everyone, my name is Melissa Goad. I am the director of They Don't Cast Shadows.
My name is Bob Leone. I'm the author of They Don't Cast Shadows and the producer.
Hi, my name is Alex Long. I'm the director and photographer.
Hi, my name is Michael Duong. I am the gaffer for the film They Don't Cast Shadows.
Hello, I'm Wendy Dispennette. I was in charge of makeup and special effects.
I'm Craig Vincent. I'm the production sound mixer.
I'm Raphael Mallari. I'm the editor of They Don't Cast Shadows.
You deserve to die. Nobody cares about you.
One thing on this scene was there was too much light on one of the demons, and Melissa sitting next to, or she was sitting in the director's chair, and she says, "There's too much light on that demon." All of a sudden, the light disappeared, and I went, "Man, what is it? The she has control of the sun." And I looked up, and all these gaffers and drips or whatever, holding all these big sheets and everything else. It was funny. She just spoke, and they did it.
Yeah, those were the light bridges that we use, mirror reflectors.
That was our first day on set, and it was very exciting. We had to drive all the way out to Georgetown, which is actually where we're going to be filming the feature. And there's no cell phone reception out there. There's nothing. But we got everyone there safely, and it was just a really, really fun first day of filming. It really set the tone, and it was awesome. I was very happy with the crew and the cast. Everyone did an amazing job that day.
Can we talk about the four-wheel drive goat trail that we didn't know we were going to have to drive up to get to this place?
Yeah, I know. It was a walk up there, and then the place had this old, scary-looking building and all these old cars and all that, and it looked like you could film a slasher movie there.
It's actually a really good location. I think that since we're filming in Georgetown, filming some of the movie there, in the scene, well, I don't want to give it away, but along the same scenes of what we already shot, I feel like it probably do really well there.
Yeah, we had to do a bit of location scouting, trying to find the right area for the cage part. And then Melissa, she told me she found a random dog cage that actually fit pretty well. It was all dressed up and everything.
Yeah, it was a chicken coop.
Dog cage? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
just know originally we had this brand new, perfectly pristine dog kennel that Bob had bought for this film. And I remember we originally, when we went location scouting on the property, we took it out there, we put it together, and I was just looking at it and I was like, this just doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like the look that I'm wanting. It just looks too small compared to what I was imagining. It looked too perfect and brand new compared to what I was imagining. And I'm like, it just didn't feel like it belonged. And so when we were walking back, I saw this cage and I was like, oh, that's my cage. That's the cage. I need that cage. And so I asked the crew if we could move to that location, and everyone was so kind and helpful, and we got rid of all the rubbish that was around it, and it was amazing, and it was so perfect. I'm so glad that it was there, and thankful that everyone just picked up and moved and just did everything we needed to do to be able to use it, and it was awesome. It turned out really well.
So Madison was by far the most quick and the easiest one of the day. Our other two main demons, I was very glad that everyone was so patient. They both had 8 prosthetics on. And then at one point, everyone had nails while I was still painting. It was a very hectic morning. One actor was harassing me for a little bit, but I know he meant well, so it was okay. It was out of love. I was nice. I didn't stab him in the eye when we were putting in his contacts, so it all worked out.
You did a good job. You did a real good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, Bob and I had this idea of these demons in our head, right? The way that they needed to look. And we had a very limited budget on this trailer, and poor Wendy, we were like, Wendy, this is what we want. And she was like, okay. So she like did her best to make this happen on such a micro budget. It was really impressive, actually, what she was able to do without having like full on prosthetics. She definitely used prosthetics, but it wasn't like a full on face piece or anything like that. She pieced things together, and she did such an amazing job for it to turn out the way it did. Like, I was really, really impressed. Yeah.
And then we filmed for like all those minutes, and then we had to take everything off, and it took almost as long to take everything off as it was to put on. It's the magic of movie making once again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole time too, Wendy she's such a rock star. She like pushed through everything. I remember on day 3, I was like, Wendy, you need to sit down and you need to eat your lunch now, because she didn't, like, day 1, she didn't stop and eat for a second. I don't even think she took a bathroom break. Like, she was dedicated to getting the actors in their makeup. And then when we were filming, she was on set the whole time, touching up makeup. And then when we were done, she was taking off makeup. So she didn't have a chance to take a single break. She worked so hard.
And then during all the other sets, she was still doing makeup, you know, set makeup and everything else. So she worked to the whole thing, all the filming.
I have a rule. Everyone gets their makeup done, and then I can grab Crafty. That's how it goes. Once everyone's on set and they're ready, then I can go to Crafty for a second, but then I have to get back on set. It's just how I am.
Yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, I just can't wait for the feature when it's funding to see what Wendy does. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Madison was inside that little cage. She's freezing because it's cold up there, and as she's laying on these wet leaves, and it's freezing and all that, and we had put a blanket between scenes, and anyway, she's over there shaking like that during the scene, and Melissa said, You're doing a good job acting. She goes, I'm not acting. She was freezing.
It was kind of funny that it worked definitely to our advantage, because I was like, Madison, use that. Like, we're gonna take this now, like, just shake. And she's like, I can't help it. I am shaking. Like,
I don't know if you guys know, but that the ground in there was all mud when we got there. So we threw a black moving blanket down on the ground, and then the guys got in there and covered it all with leaves. And you can't tell at all in the camera that it's, you know, a staged floor, but it worked out well to keep her up off the mud. And we wanted to not only keep her happy, but also, you know, the wardrobe folks.
Yeah. Emily was the one who helped a lot with those leaves, and she went and foraged for days.
Yeah, she gathered buckets of leaves in a little tiny container, and she kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It was a lot of leaves.
Yeah, a lot of leaves. She did a good job.
Yeah, I think this was one of the other fun scenes that I got to edit, just because, like scene 5, this one has like a lot of tension, and I think one of the bigger challenges for this specific scene was to create the POV. It was like to add the effects to the POV shot where it looks like she's fading in and out. That one, I think it was like we wanted to use like a blurry shot, but it wasn't blurry enough, so I had to add a blur. And then the other thing was like we wanted to make it look like she was kind of like about to pass out, so we had to apply an effect where it looked like she was kind of fading out. And of course, there was like the sound design, which definitely sold the performance, helped sell the performance of the two demons, as well as like the turmoil that the main character was going through.
Yeah, I remember one of the things that was something that was really specific for me that I wanted, or that I saw when I was envisioning this whole trailer, was just the ending of the scene of at the end, I wanted it to be when she's looking out and it's blurry. It was supposed to be like, you know, it's her vision, and she's looking and she's like looking and she's so exhausted and tired that she like blinks, and then she looks again. It was like blurry again, and then blinks, and then fades to black. That was just like a vision that I had that I was really excited, that I think turned out really well for the trailer. So good job editing that together. And Alex and the whole crew, Mike and Craig and Wendy and everyone else who was involved for making it all happen, because that scene took a lot of work, but it was probably one of the most fun scenes. All right, I guess that's it. So everyone, thank you so much for coming along with us as we talk about scene 6, the final scene of the trailer. We look forward to the feature, which is filming this July in Georgetown. So please feel free to donate to our campaign, and we will see you guys in the theaters for sure. Bye, everybody.
Yep.